Finally, time for some F1 fun. Let's crack on. Hello and welcome to another MrBetaByte video, and this one's a little bit different insofar as we are finally working on the SL-F1, SL-2000 in America. Shares an awful lot of similarities, obviously NTSC for America, PAL for the UK. So we did have a quick look at this when we did the DC-DC AC converter on the TT-F1, and we found, well, let's have a look. So let's turn it on. Press eject, and tape's right at the end, but that doesn't matter. You put it in and nothing happens, it doesn't lace. So I've got a fair idea what's wrong with it, but let's take the top off and check it out. Let's crack on. So it can be quite tricky to sort of get, especially this side I tend to find loose, but there is also a little connector there for the battery charging, so which I tend to usually forget, but I actually remembered this time. So there we have it in all its glory. So let's power it back up and let's investigate what's going on. Okay, so let's turn it on, and that's the records protect switch. So there is nothing going on. It could be a dead spot on the motor. Or it could be the switch. So I've just moved that. Right, okay. It looks like we might have a maladjusted switch. Okay, so I have the right screwdriver now. I'm just going to turn this just a tiny bit further. Let's just see if that... does anything? No. Right, yeah, so that is actually was quite a way out. I'm a little bit concerned why that is so far out, but anyway, let's just try a set. It's a bit noisy. So let's press eject. Yeah, just wondering what that noise is as it sort of reaches the end of the unlace and starts lacing. But yeah, whether that is related to this sort of not being right anymore, sort of having to be adjusted. But yeah, that's a good start. So I think what I'll do next, I'll just get this all hooked up and we'll see what the picture's like. So just try playback, and apart from the line, it's actually not bad at all. Sounds pretty good. And tracking, furthest left, dust cuts in, furthest right, it's fine. So yeah, the heads are good, which is always good news. Looking at the upper drum, there is a bit of wear there, but it's not bad at all. I can still feel the material is still on the drum then. It's just a bit worn, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy to leave that. Does need a good clean. I can't remember if it's the tape or it's we've got a problem with the machine itself with some contamination. So just going to get the cassette out. Still a bit concerned about that noise as well. So let's open the tape. to see if there's a mark on it. No. There's a bit of damage on the edge of the tape, but I don't think it would cause that line sort of where it is on the screen. Maybe we'll try another cassette just to confirm we've got issues, probably with tape path contamination, but yeah, let's crack on. So just trying another cassette, and yeah, same thing. Getting a bit of contamination coming through as well. I think that's actually on this tape, to be fair. But yeah, I think let's give it a good clean, give the tape path a good clean, and see if that improves things. And let's crack on. Okay, so let's clean these heads. So I've got my cut piece of paper ready to go, and some isopropyl. So well, it's good protrusion on the head chips, that's for sure. They seem very, very good. It's a bit of a strange machine because it's obviously seen life, but it seems quite young then, not many hours. So that was actually spotless. So everybody's favourite thing. Let's put some isopropyl on cotton wool bud. And obviously totally avoiding the heads. I'm just going to clean the drum. It's not that mucky. Surprising, I thought it would be a lot worse than it is. Just get underneath the tape guides as well. Oh yeah, I suppose there is a bit of muck coming off. It's actually quite a bit on the plastic. There's not a lot of space. Oh yeah, it is actually quite mucky. And that's sort of where I'd expect there to be contamination, to be fair, so yeah, well, we'll see. Well, I'll get plugged back in and we'll give it another try. Okay, so let's try this cassette again. And that's a lot better, heck of a lot better. So it's not the best recording, but that's a heck of a lot better than it was. So let's just do pause. So 2-head machine, like C9 with its extra head for pause, so not that wonderful, but it's not bad. Like I said, the heads seem very good. So yeah, that's really cool. Oh, take pause off. There we go. So that brings back memories. So the thing now is let's just press stop. Is this eject? And why is it so noisy? Okay, I'll do some investigation and see what I can find out. Let's crack on. So I've just lifted the motor up. It's quite tight because it's actually, the cable to it is cable tied. It actually plugs in down here, but there's a cable tie right down there. So I've managed to get enough free cable to sort of lift it up, but I think the problem with it is that basically everything's just dry. So I'm going to strip it apart, take the top gear pulley off first. Oh, nearly. And that comes off. And does it give a bit more of a clue what's... Yeah. I don't know. But we'll take it all apart anyway. So this can be a bit interesting. Yes, I think I remember how I do this. So I need a flat blade screwdriver, and on the one side there's actually a place where you can put the blade of the screwdriver, turn it, and just free off. There we go. Just free off the clips, and that then allows this to come out. So that's that, and the little gear, and then the other little bit falls off. Oops. So there's the one bit, and probably all of this is dry, and the other bit, yeah, I feel that's really dry. So yeah, just need to clean the teeth and put just a tiny bit of silicone grease on there and push it all back together, and we should be good. Let's crack on. It's all cleaned up, and get this back together, which is a bit of a fiddle, but I'm sure we'll manage it. Let's get this the right way. And then there is a way this goes on. So does help if I do it the right way. Well, nearly. This is a fiddle. There we go. Just clip it back in. So that's, yeah, it's feeling a lot better. And then I'll just put a tiny bit of silicone grease on the main pulley as well. And where's a little clip? Little clip just presses back on. And then just wipe off the little bit of excess grease. I don't think we've knocked anything at a time. We'll soon find out. Because you can knock the lacing ring and the pinch roller arm out of sync if you're not careful, but if you lift it straight up, it's absolutely fine. I'm pretty confident I've not shifted it. Whoops, missed. Getting the screw in. So I'm intrigued to see if that's all it is. Certainly needed doing. And the other thing that needs doing, another common fault, is the motor pulley itself gets a crack in it. And just see there's a very slight crack coming. If it cracks completely, it will just spin. So the motor shaft will just spin in the pulley and you won't get any drive. So if you hear a motor running but nothing's happening, that'll be why. There we go. The belt's crossed. go. So that's looking good. Yes, I need to just put a tiny bit of super glue on there. Just put that where the crack is, and that hopefully will just stop it going any further. It's a little bit of a bodge, I suppose, but it seems to work. It just seems to help preserve the gear, so that's good. So I suppose we ought to give it a try. Okay, so let's power it on. Let's see if this is any quieter now. Still a little bit of a noise there. That's a bit weird, that. It's worth just putting just a tiny bit. Okay, so I've just put a little bit on the two gears that drive the lacing ring and the... Yeah. This is really weird. Let's just have another look. Something a bit weird going on here. So, put this down. Almost need to just sort of feel each section almost, just to see where that buzz is coming from. So I might do that. I'll do that off camera because I can't hold the camera and do everything else. So yeah, I'll report back. So I don't think there's going to be an awful lot I can do with that noise. I mean, it's not terrible anyway, and it's working. I mean, it's lacing really nicely, but I think what's causing it is there's a crack in the plastic just there, and it goes right the way through the whole plastic assembly. And also there, you can actually just about make that out. And I think what it's doing is it's causing the controller assembly to just run a little bit untrue. It's fine, but it's just running a little bit untrue. So I was considering maybe trying to do something with this, but I think I'm best just to leave it, because obviously if I break anything here or I make it worse, then, well, that's the end of the machine really, almost. So I'm going to leave this. It is solid, it's not moving about, it's not floating about, it's just obviously, I mean, both units seem to have been in quite hot locations at some point in their lives anyway, and the expansion and contraction of the deck has caused the plastic to fracture. So that's all it is. I don't think it will get any worse, but it does mean that it's a bit noisy on that sort of initial bit of lacing and the last bit of the unlace. So yeah, I'm going to leave it. So yeah, I suppose we ought to get it back together and give it a run and yeah, get it back to Eric. Let's crack on. Okay, so I think we're about there. Like I say, there is that bit of noise, but it's smooth enough, it works. Plays back well, if I can actually just track that in. Yeah, it's quite a noisy cassette, this. Lots of dropouts. And the dropout compensator may well be the yes, PCM switch. Yeah. Looks like we've got a speed issue there. Yeah, this tape is a bit it's not the best, but yeah, so there we go, all good to go. I will give it a good test, run it for a few hours, and if all is well, I will return it back to Eric. So with that, a fairly short one this time. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe would be fantastic, and a hype as well. And hopefully I shall see you in another video. Bye for now.